Hello everyone, and welcome back to No Spend January, and welcome to the first follow-up as well. I wanted to just go over progress so far and how things are looking for me, possibly get some comments and information on how you guys are doing as well. First of all, I can't begin to say how happy I am to have chosen January 2018 to have started a no spend month. Things have been a little bit chaotic here the last couple weeks as I'm transitioning from State Employees Credit Union over to Fifth Third Bank. Have to keep looking at different accounts, seeing where the transactions are, seeing where the money is coming and going. So the nice part of No Spend January is I don't have to stay on top of both accounts as much as I would on a regular month because the spending just isn't going out the way I would in a typical month. So that is making things much easier on me. So I'm happy there. So just one question I do want to go over to help you guys, and I know it'll explain a lot about those. One question I do want to go over here, and I know it'll help you guys understand where I'm coming from for the No Spend January, and also help you guys out in your track and budgeting for yourselves. I know these questions I came up with definitely helped me. So I think in the end, when you ask yourself these questions, it will help you guys figure out your budget, figure out your savings, and make it a better month here from pretty much this halfway point till the rest of the month. The big question, what measures have I taken to reduce spending or cut spending altogether for the month of January? One of the biggest things that I've done so far is just told everybody. I've told friends, I've told family what I've done for January, what I'm going to do with not spending any money. And it definitely seems to help because when it comes to dinner time, they don't put pressure on you. When it comes to going out, doing stuff, going to movies, there's not as much pressure as there would be in regular months. I'm not going, I can't spend money, I don't have the money, I don't want to spend the money. So just being upfront, telling them, hey, I'm doing a no spend January, I'm not gonna spend any money. If you wanna hang out, we can meet up at each other's houses, we can do dinner, but we're not spending money. So that's definitely been the first big thing there, is just alerting people, letting them know your plans for the month. Secondly, what measure I have taken to reduce spending is been more selective with the money that I do spend. So when I have gone out to eat with family, it's not, oh, let's go out to eat anywhere we want, we can go spend a lot of money. No, we're selective. For example, about 2 weeks ago, we were trying to figure out where to go for dinner. I think the first option was Charlie's, and I did not have a gift card for there. I didn't want to be mean and not go with everybody, but I did come up with a second option. I was like, well, I do have a gift card to these 3 places. Why don't we pick somewhere there? I'm sure there's a place in these 3 that you have not been to in a long time. So let's go there. Let's spend this gift card instead of my money. So that worked out great. When we did go, I only ended up spending about $3, and that was for the tip because everything else I was able to use on a gift card. So that worked out perfect. The third reason and answer to the question of what measures I've taken to reduce spending is, it kind of ties back to telling people. So when I went to South Carolina to visit my cousins, someone offered me $20 to go and get some hair out of a closet and to bring back to Charlotte for them. So I made $20 doing that. So that basically paid for my gas down and back. So that was great. So even though I spent the money there, I got reimbursed it. So come down to it, didn't spend the money. And lastly, the fourth answer to what measures I've taken to reduce spending and cut spending altogether. Actually ties back to being more selective, just using gift cards. So I have gone to the movies once, used a gift card there. I've gone to, like I said, O'Charlie, or not O'Charlie's, decided not to go to O'Charlie's, but we went to Olive Garden, used my gift card, and only spent $3 there. So definitely cutting all together. A nice thing was I checked the apps on my phone. I know Chick-fil-A has an app where you can put money on it, and taking a look at it, I actually had money on a Chick-fil-A app from one time back in 2017. I put money on the app, so that was kind of a nice surprise. Had a little bit of extra money there and was able to get a meal out actually for free. So those are the answers to what measures I have taken to reduce spending altogether or cut spending for January. The next question I do have and I want to share is what I have spent money on so far. So far, I've definitely spent money on food, of course, groceries, and did spend money on eating out some. Spent a little money on lunches. Not too happy about that, but definitely much better than have done in the past. So within the first, what's today, the 12th? Within the first 12 days of January, I've spent maybe $40 altogether on food, which is a little high, but when in comparison to a regular month for me on food, I would have probably spent close to $200 on eating out so far. So definitely great that I've saved over $150 there on making smarter decisions and just having this no spend mindset. Even though you're gonna spend a little bit, as long as you have that no spend mindset, you're gonna save a lot more than you typically do. And one thing I know, I've definitely never done this before, so I'm doing much, much better than I thought. So come maybe March, April, somewhere where I don't have a big calendar, don't have much going on, I may try it again and see if there's anything that I do better than I did this time. So kind of going back into what I've spent money on so far, of course, eating out a little bit, groceries. All right, and the second question that we do have here, and that does help me with the no spend January, and hopefully will help you guys as well, is what have I spent money on so far, what was needed, and what can I cut out for the remainder of the month. The first part that I spent money on was, of course, my food. So that definitely went well. I still spent money, still spending a little bit of money eating out, still spent money on groceries, but what I would typically have spent so far would have been around $200 for the 12 days, where for the 12 days so far, I've only spent around 40. So I ended up saving about over $150 in my savings, so that's working out great. Another thing is gas. I've only spent money on gas that's a necessity to and from work. I did go out of town to visit some family, and when I did, I actually ran some errands for another family member in their town, and they actually paid me about $20 to run those errands. So that worked out really well there. Had the gas, paid for the gas, but had it paid for by somebody else. So that didn't come out of my budget. So still on track with gas for the no spend January. So that is working out great. The other thing I did spend money on was a haircut. Now that haircut was pre-planned. It was scheduled back in early December, so I couldn't cancel, didn't want to cancel, I needed it. So that was pre-planned, so that's not hurting anything. However, it did cut another $25 out of my no spend January. So not bad, but definitely, of course, not to where I didn't spend a dime. So I'm spending a little bit, but way better than a normal month. So definitely good there. And I'm hoping too that after things settle down and February not going to continue into no spend month again, not 2 months back to back, but hopefully March or April we'll pick it back up again and have even better luck. Not that I've done bad this month, but I've learned some things that maybe I'll be able to cut out. The other thing I did spend money on could have been avoided a little bit. I did spend money on a phone, taxes on a new phone and a phone case. Back in November, I bought a Galaxy Note 8. Didn't really love it. I had everything on my iPhone, iMusic, iTunes, everything like that. So I wanted to switch back. So in order to do that, I had to pay the taxes, and I had to put a case on as soon as I got it because I don't want it to damage immediately. So I spent money on that, but that didn't hurt anything. In fact, the taxes I get back, the taxes from the Galaxy Note 8 that I purchased back in November, so that I'll be refunded to kind of cut out what I spent with the new phone, and then just the case. Case was $50, but it's to save me money in the future, so I won't break my phone as easy. So that's kind of equals itself out there. Still spent money, but it was another necessity. Lastly, the third question that I do have here is, what challenges have you had? Did you overcome those challenges, or did they get you and you just learn from them for the next portion of the month? My challenges are always with the food budget. Do I buy the right groceries? Do I buy groceries that I know I'm going to use, that are going to be easy, not too expensive? Definitely could have done better on the groceries. On food, eating out, did way better. Still, like I said earlier, saved over $150 in food so far, but could have been even better if I became even more strict. So hopefully in a little bit here, I'm going to be doing some more videos. Once I can cut back and lose some weight, if I do that successfully, gonna get those on videos, and we'll talk about budgeting then. So that should work well. Another challenge is eating in the mornings at work. Generally, with a no spend and when I'm not being careful, I will buy a bottled water or a bottled drink and unhealthy snack every morning at work. The benefit of the no spend January is, instead of doing that 10 times so far at work, I've only done it twice. So instead of spending, let's see, about $3 a day, about $30 on morning snacks in the month so far, I've only spent about $6. So much better than where I could be, but I should have planned ahead for that and bought that in my groceries. So for the second half of the month, I'll definitely know that. And then come again in March or April when no spend happens again, I'll know it for then. So that'll work out really good. So I hope these are helping you guys. I know definitely watching things and trying not to spend money unless it's either a high necessity or it happens to just be a fluke. Things happen, we're human. We make mistakes, we can hop right back on. We can pick up that no spend January. Just because you spent a little bit doesn't mean that you're out, doesn't mean you can't finish strong. So I know I don't have any other plans now through the remainder of January. So hopefully, at least the next 10 days, I should do a video and have it posted up a week from tonight. So next Friday, I have another video. And hopefully with those 7 days, you'll see even better improvement. So I hope you guys are doing well. Please like the videos. Comment on the videos. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know what you would like to see in the follow-ups. And let me know what you would like to see financially in some additional coming up videos here shortly. Like I said in the first video, I did well with finances in 2017. Went from paycheck to paycheck living to saving a lot every paycheck, building to my 401k, and starting a new retirement savings. So all that has been really successful. Let me know what you want to see first. I'll go over all of that in future videos. So hopefully help you guys out as well. Well, it's been a pleasure. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all in a week. Thanks so much. Y'all take care.